Hello, this is Dawn Olszewski of DOstampingWithDawn.com, and I'm here with another How'd She Do That video. And I'm excited to share this one with you. It's a fun folk card called a bridge card. How cute is this? And I'm using the Myths and Magic suite from Stampin' Up! And it's called a bridge card because this piece here in the front kind of bridges these two ends together and allows it to stand. Now you're probably thinking, yeah, but how does it mail? Well, it will fold flat and fit in a standard size envelope from Stampin' Up! And then when your recipient gets it, they just fold it, and this can sit on their dresser or fireplace, mantle, for a place of honor. And this one is actually going to my grandson Sammy. So let's get started. Let's first talk about the products that are in the Myths and Magic suite. It's a super cute suite, great for both boys and girls because it features unicorns and mermaids and dragons, this little knight in shining armor, and kind of a Dumbledore wizard image. And actually, when I showed that to Max, my oldest grandson, and told him it was Dumbledore, he was all excited because he's a huge Harry Potter fan. So if you have Harry Potter fans or unicorn fans, this is the set for you. Now, something to keep in mind is it's going away. I know. It's in the Occasions catalog right now, which ends May 31st. So May 31st, it'll no longer be available. But because it's on the retired list, this is only available while supplies last. Meaning, they could possibly sell out before May 31st. So you definitely want to add this to your order sooner than later if this is something that you love. Or it's something you know that some recipient will love. So let me talk a little bit about it. The stamp set is here, so you can get a closer look. And it comes in red rubber, so that means this one is a clear mount, meaning it's a temporary mount on clear blocks that you have or you need to get, or it comes in a wider case with blocks. That's a permanent mount, so that's called a wood mount. But either way, it's a red rubber image. All right, so there you go. Now, there's also a coordinating Framelit set. You can buy these separate, but if you like them, you may as well get them both and do the bundle and save 10%. So this is called Magical Mates, but the bundle is referred to as Magical Day Bundle. Okay, there you go. Let's see what else comes in here. Ooh, some fun washi tape. It's kind of glittery and shiny, so that's kind of fun. This one has stars on it. And then we have some glitter paper. Now this comes in a 6x6 format. You get 24 sheets, and there's 3 of each. No, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, it is 24. There's 3 styles. This is like a turquoise, kind of a lemon lime, and then a glittery iridescent. And so essentially you get 8 sheets of 6x6 of each of those colors, right? And then the designer series paper. This is so cute. Even if it's just the paper you get, it's just darling. So let me walk you through the paper. Now this is just one of my little swatch books. These are 3x6 sheets of it, but it comes, the pack itself comes 12x12. And there are some glittery and some glossy images on this one. I don't know if all of that's going to pick up, but so we've got the mermaid, and on the back side is this kind of scales sort of look. And then this one has some glitter to it. And then clouds on the back side. And this cute page has the knights in shiny armor. You can see just a bit of let's see, a dragon, and then a castle. And actually this is one of the sheets that I'm going to use today. And then this one has some wizards on it, and some trees on the back side, and we're going to use that. And this one has glittery unicorns, super cute. And then a neutral pattern in this denim, dapper denim. And this is another pattern we're going to use today. And this one's kind of fun because it's kind of like water bubbles. And then just a cute little floral. So there you go. That's what you get in the Myths and Magic Specialty Designer Series paper. Now this matches tons of colors. Basic Gray, Bermuda Bay, Berry Burst, Dapper Denim, Fresh Fig, Lemon Lime Twist, Old Olive, Melon Mambo, Pool Party, Powder Pink, Tranquil Tide, Tangerine Tango, and Whisper White. Oh my goodness, you're bound to have at least a few of those colors. So what fun is that? Alright, so for the base of this card, the measurement is 4 1/4 by 8 inch. So that's a little bit different of a measurement than we normally start with. But it's going to get us to exactly where we want to be with this card. And then you'll score it at 1 1/4 and 2 1/2 inch from each of these sides. So I'm going to just do that real quick. So I'm taking a standard Whisper White. This is thick, and I do recommend that. If you're going to use the white base, use the thick. If you're going to use one of our solid colors, just that'll be perfect weight for that. All right, and so I'll just set this one aside, but I'm going to trim this. So I actually cut it in half at 4 1/4, and now I'm going to trim it down to 8 inches. Okay, next we're going to do the scoring that I talked about. So I'm getting my cutting blade out of the way, and this is going to be 1 1/4 and 2 1/2. And then you'll flip it and you'll do the same thing on the other end. Okay, so for this bridge piece here, I'm using these two pieces. This is Lemon Lime Twist, and it's 5 1/2 by 1 1/4. And then this piece is actually from the Designer Series paper, so it's that unicorn, but on the back isn't more of a neutral. This is the Dapper Denim, and this is 5 1/2 by 1 1/8. All right, and then this middle panel there is 4 1/4 by 2 7/8. And then you're going to need 4 of each of these. So let me talk a little bit about that. So when I fold this flat, we kind of have 2 panels here, and we have the same 2 panels on the other side for a total of 4 panels. So for the Lemon Lime Twist, you're going to need 4 1/4 by 1 1/8. And then for the trees, you're going to need 4 1/4 by 1 inch. So if that's 4 of each of those, let me show you the other side of the trees. Is that kind of wizards are on the back of that. All right, we're going to start on this center panel, and the reason is that I have a little more magic going on there than what might first appear. This is actually clear embossed, and so I'm going to show you how you can do that with really any color that you have, any ink color that you have. So I'm going to start with the classic Stampin' Pad with Dapper Denim. Now this is one of the ink colors that's retiring. And oops, I don't want to ink that first. We want to ink it in Versamark first. All right. So I'm going to do that. Get it all over. All right. And then I'm going to ink it in the Dapper Denim, or whatever color that you want to use. So we got that all nice and inked. I'm going to stamp that at the very top of, give it a good pressing. Really want to get that ink released on this, and especially because this is colored paper. It's a little thicker than our regular Whisper White, and so I do want to give it some time to get in there a little bit. Ooh, I love that. And then right away cover it with clear embossing powder. Yay. And we'll just tap that back in. So you can see I'm using like a little paper plate. What's nice working with paper plates is that you can fold them up and then kind of use it as a funnel to put your embossing powder back in your container. Now you can also see that I have, let's set this aside, I have a clipboard, and I just keep this clipboard covered with foil, and I find that the foil helps with the heat from the heat tool to melt it just a little more, I don't know, faster or maybe evenly, I'm not sure, but it's what I've done from the beginning, so I continue to do it. There it goes. Kind of do a once over to make sure everything's done. And there we go. It's nice and kind of glossy. What fun that will be for Sammy to reach in and touch that. It's always really fun. Okay, so I've laid out all of my pieces, and I've actually attached the lemon lime to the back of the kind of that tree paper, so I'm all set to go. And here's my base that we scored, so I'm going to fold it, do like a fan fold, and I seem to be missing my bone folder, but that's alright. I would recommend using a bone folder on these. Maybe I'll use my ruler here to give it a nice crisp edge. That's better than nothing. There we go. And then you can see how these are going to fit in. Okay, so they'll fit in each of these panels. Just like that. Okay, as I'm finishing up the last panel here, I am kind of using a lot of adhesive because I thought over time that this might be a card that people will hold on to for a while, and I really want it to stay together really nicely. So a tip, so make sure that, like for my card, all the trees are being attached in the right direction. I had done that on the previous card, and I had to fix that, obviously. So we're getting closer. That's how it's going to look. And now we're ready to do a little more decorating, and what I did is I pulled that from one of the patterns of the designer series paper. So this is what I used. So I found the castle that we're using on it. Cute, these are just so cute, these little knights in shining armor. And then of course the dragon, and I kind of liked the dragon that was facing more towards, I guess that would be my right. And so there is a couple of them on here that I chose. And so this is what my paper looked like afterwards. You can see this is where I took my 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and there was actually I'll show it here. There's one of the castles there. So I punched that out right there. All right. So some of this stuff you kind of have to kind of weave and, you know, kind of get in there a ways with your scissors, but that's okay. And so I have everything all cut and ready to go. And that's right here. So you can see I've got my dragon and my knight and my castle. So I'm actually going to put the castle on first. I've got 2 dimensionals for that, and it's going to go right up here. It's really close to. And if you want to like sign your card, you could do that here. Actually, I'm going to sign my card on the back. All right. And then now we're ready for the last thing. So exciting. You're going to feel, I hope you feel this giddy about when you're making your card. It certainly doesn't, sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, do you guys get like that? That's all right. All right, so we're putting those 2 pieces together for our bridge. All right, and what I want to do with that, let's see, I have a little hanging off here, so I'm going to trim that. What I want to do is it's only going to attach on the ends here. So we'll attach one side at a time, and then we'll open it and attach the other side. But again, like I was saying earlier, because I really envisioned that Sammy will have this like on his dresser, I want it to stay for a long time. So I'm going to use tear and tape on the ends so it stays together for him. Plus, he's an 8-year-old boy. He's kind of rough with things, so he's our sports kid. And I thought tear and tape would be a really good choice for adhesive on those ends. And I think, I'm not doing them too far apart, am I? No, that's perfect. Good. So I'll do that real quick. All right. Now, burnish them a little bit. When you burnish the tear and tape, it comes off a little bit easier, so I do recommend that. Okay. Alrighty. So I'll go ahead. So I'm going up, I guess that's about a 1/2 inch. You look at it, and you can see also, like for where I have this little castle position, you can see it's just coming in under the castle, so we're not covering up the castle too much. Now we'll go ahead and fold this side in and press down. Voila! Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I just get giddy every time I make one of these. And then lastly, we'll put on our little pieces here that we cut out. And so I'm just using right now to start with is one-dimensional. I'm going to put him on right there. Okay, and I've already got dragons on this one, and I'm just, before I add a dimensional to the little knight, I want to see where this is going to land. So I think I can put one on the back of his shield here without it getting in the way of the card and sticking to it. If I can find them, here they are. So I'll put one more on right here. So you don't want to stick them up here, because then they'll land, when you close it, it'll start to stick to the other pieces of your, the inside of your card, and you don't want that. All right. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. There we go. Super cute, isn't it? I just love it. So, all right. So I hope you enjoyed that, but I have some other myths and magic cards to show you. So some of these are cards from my team members, and some of them are cards I received in swaps. So this first one is an easel card. Not really cute. And then the next one, I have a gal on my team, her name is Bernie, and she sends me lots of cards. And these are all from her, but what I thought was clever is the way she kind of turned the unicorn into a horse for the knight. I thought that was a really clever idea. So those are those three. And then I believe this was a swap card from another one of my team members, Anna Palmer. Now, she used some designer series paper here, but she also used that washi tape. So see how it glitters there? And here we have our little Dumbledore. Ooh, I think that's clever too, the way she did that. So there's some ideas there. And then if you are not a follower on my blog yet, how come? This is day 5, final day of my Myths and Magic Suite Showcase. So I did tons of cards. I think I did 7 cards and squeezed them into 5 days. And these were 2 of them. And what I like about these 2, first of all, super easy. And let's see, let me pull out the paper. Oh, it was right on top. So mermaid paper for this one, back of the mermaid paper for this dragon. Isn't that cute? And then of course the glitter paper, but really easy cards. If you're wondering where this mermazing came from, there's an awesome alphabet. It's called the Labeler alphabet. Make up all the words that you want using that alphabet. It's very popular. I like to reach for it. So there's 2 cards with that. All right. And then I have 2 packaging ideas. So a gal on my team, Judy, sent me these fairy tale fruits. It's gum, and I believe Target carries these. Usually I see these kind of packets at the checkout line, and she said, oh, I think you can make something cute with it. And I said, yes, I can. So I made just a little pocket. I mean, there's like no adhesive. It's literally stuck together with 2 staples, and then a little piece of that unicorn paper is attached to it. And then this is essentially a clip, let me grab it here, that I tied on some fun matching ribbon and string and bows and liquid. Sorry. This is sequin trim. This is the mini sequin trim. And then just that one of a kind, just stamped it and then just cut out just that piece of it. What I like about this is it just clips on. Really easy, cute embellishment. There's one. So also from Target, and probably, yeah, I feel bad, it's probably not available any longer. It was from their dollar spot, was this cute little coloring book. It's kind of smaller size. It's, I want to say it's like 5.5 by 4. And so you still could find something, a cute little coloring book or a composition, a mini composition book. And essentially I just made a belly band. So I wrapped a piece of designer series paper around it and then used, of course, that unicorn. I stamped it on the, let's see, powder pink, and colored his little his mane and tail with some Stampin' Blends, and added some cute Tutti Frutti collection embellishments to it. How stinking cute is this? I just love it. All right, then I had another card, but I gave that to my grandson for his birthday, and I didn't want to say, oh, could you leave it here so I could put it on my video? So I let him keep it, but it was a Twist Gate card, and it had like the Dumbledore image on it. So check it out on my blog. But this one is so cool. Isn't this cool? It's like the rainbow unicorn. So get out your regular Stampin' Write markers, and this is the Simple Stripes embossing folder. So it's the indentation is on the front side, so you have the groove here. And if you use a piece of paper, pretend this is my marker, and you start from off and go all the way over, it'll look really nice and clean, and use it in rainbow colors. How cute is that? So there you go. That is all the ones, like I say, except for the one that I gave to my grandson that I'm featuring on my blog this week. And I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to stop by my blog. It's DOstampingwithDawn.com. If you're looking for Stampin' Up! Product, please visit my store at dostamping.stampinup.net. Thank you.